Hello everybody, welcome to A Course Called Tarot. This is Melody, and this is for the star sign of Aquarius for the month of October. First we're going to start off with the energy cards by Sandra Ann Taylor, and then we are going to go into the Zombie Tarot and the Crystal Visions Tarot for clarifiers on the energy cards and the Zombie Tarot. For some spirit messages, we're going to use the Halloween Oracle. I feel that the Halloween Oracle and the Zombie cards are good for, because it's October, it's Samhain time. And then for love messages for the month of October for the sign of Aquarius, we are going to use the Psychic Tarot and Oracle card for the heart and clarify with Mystic Moon Twin Flame Oracle. Okay. So let's get this reading started. We're going to use the energy cards first. We're going to check in on the energies by picking 3 cards, one for the beginning of the month, one for the middle of the month, and one for the ending of the month, and find out what the overall monthly energies are going to be like for the star sign of Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October. Spirit, angels, guides. Overall monthly October energy for the sign of Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right. Have to back up a bit. My kitty's on my lap, so all right. Okay, and these are the Crystal Vision Tarot by Jennifer Galasso. I am not going to read no reversals because these are general readings. There's a collective out there, just one individual. However, one individual may resonate with something that another may not. So just take what resonates and leave the rest on the table, please. Star sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October. Alright, so then we're going to just shuffle the zombie cards whenever it's time to use them and see what comes out for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, so archangels, guides, spirit, angels. Can we have 3 cards for the star sign of Aquarius for the month of October? One being the beginning of October, one being the middle of October, and one the energies from the ending of October going into November. Okay. All right, so Aquarians, you have, it's the number 21 which is a 3, which is about heart, body, soul, the Holy Trinity, about two people working well on it together with people, working good on a team. And the key word on it is strategy. So this tells me that either you got your plans blocked or you were trying to make plans and you couldn't, like there was a delay in your plans, so to speak. We're going to read. First, we're going to pick the second card. So what's the middle of the month of October for Aquarians like? So we got the Sun. It's a number 1 card, and it's about universal abundance. It's about joy, happiness. It's about having, see, she's standing in a bowl of water. It also represents like how to balance your emotions, like keeping the balancing your emotions, like learning how to do that. Standing in your truth, basically, as well as abundance. Okay, and then the end of it energy, end of the month energy. Angel of balance. Remember I said you're finding balance in your emotions. So the end of the month, you have the angel of balance comes up in the upright position. So you got a 21, which is a 3. 1 is 4, and then you got a 48, which is a 12, which is another 3. So it's 3 plus 3 plus 1, that's a 7. So that's about having patience, having faith in the universe, trusting the universe, having faith that good things will come eventually, that your ships will come in, trusting by staying balanced in your emotions and believing in the truth. So that's awesome. That tells me that you have this angel around you. And another thing I just recognized on this card is the other night I was watching Ancient Aliens, and they were talking about Orion's belt and how the pyramids down in Egypt matched each dot on his belt. Okay, and there's the pyramids in the back of this picture. I don't know why, but that just popped out at me. And she also has, it looks like a jar or a container full of water, like a bottle possibly full of water, which tells me, and it's half empty and half full, which tells me that it's a balance. It's an equal balance, okay? And then we also have, in the background, we have a sliver of the moon. I'm not sure if it's waxing or waning. But the key words is angel of balance, anyways, Aquarius. I don't know why, but that stuck out. And then that part of Ancient Aliens stuck out. Something about Orion's belt. Maybe that's where this angel is from. Maybe that's where she's watching you from, is Orion's belt. How open-minded are you? Anyways, if you're watching this video, you're pretty open-minded, I have to say. All right, so we're going to read this strategy in reverse and see what messages come out. Okay. When the strategy card is in reverse, it indicates a stall in progress due to lack of planning. You may have a goal in mind, but no specific ideas about how to achieve it. Or you may have found that your original, flip the page, plans have hit a wall, and now it's time to reevaluate things. If this is the case, remember that the path of the least resistance may be tempting, but it rarely leads anywhere new. Don't let the mundane tasks of life eat up all your time and take you off course. Instead of floundering and wandering around in confusion, put some significant mental effort into starting or renewing a comprehensive plan of attack. This card reversed is warning you to get out of the role of passive observer and become the author and director of your own destiny. And destiny will give you abundance, and abundance brings you balance. All right, so we can read the Sun card in case there's a specific message in there. It says new beginnings and great creativity are the keywords. The sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, this is your time for a new beginning, the onset of a nurturing new light in your life, the light of the divine inspiration and personal growth. Absolutely, by finding balance. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as the birth of a baby, or the writing or publication of a book, or even the truth of new you. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision. Visualize the light of the divine love pouring into your heart and mind like the rays of the sun, bringing the inspirational growth and abundant blessings. See the future you want to create and know the sun is shining on your intentions now. Okay, so then we're going to might as well just read the last card too. For some reason, Spirit wants me to read these to you guys. Okay, 48. Come on, kitty. Ow, ow. All right, so keywords is being centered and self-honoring in your choices. The loving presence holds a picture of a liquid light in front of the pyramids, reminding you that a strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming into your life. Remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals and your physical and your emotional energy as well. Whenever you feel yourself getting off-centered or losing focus, call upon this beautiful angel and bring her intention into your heart center. Your intuition will lead you in the right direction, and the angel will guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. So I hope that resonated with somebody. Apparently, Spirit wanted to really get a point across. All right. So let's move on to the tarot portion of this. All right. So, well, what the heck? Hold on a second. I knocked the incense stick off. It landed in the computer. That was weird. All right, back to business. All right, so let's get 6 cards, please, Spirit. 6 cards concerning these energies that just come up for the sign of Aquarius for the month of October. Let's get a little bit deeper into these energies. I'm going to have 6 cards. Well, there's 1. We need 5 more, please, for the star sign of Aquarius. 1, 2. All right, 1 more, please. 1 more. One more card, please, Spirit. Oh, we got 2. All right, so we can put these aside now. Okay, no reversals today. Let's do no reversals. Alright, so then I'm going to pick these cards up and I'm going to spread them out down here on this little shelf. Because it'll just be easier to pick. Okay. Alright. So I'll introduce the cards. So we got the High Priestess. It's the first card that popped out. We got the Judgment. We got the Ace of Wands. The Queen of Swords. The King of Swords. Hello, Aquariuses. And the Ten of Hazards, which is equivalent to the Ten of Pentacles. And the Devil card. Okay. So the High Priestess is, she's very, very intuitive. She connects with spirit well. She is psychic. She is a keeper of secrets. She may have a secret. But I'm feeling more along the lines, it's more about your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Because what's mirroring it is the Ace of Wands. Okay, which is a new, very new creative ability. Okay, so the Ace of Wands is the Ace is about, like I said, new beginnings, but the Aces are also about us, self. So there's a new beginning, a new creative beginning coming. Okay. And in the middle of that, we got the Judgment card. So the Judgment card tells me that it's time. You are about to basically, it's your, like, your calling, because usually you're surrounded by angels. But it's like a rebirth of things, or a second chance at things, because you won your judgment, your spiritual judgment, so to speak. Okay. So then we got the King, the Queen, and the King of Swords, both feminine and masculine swords, which is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. This is Aquarius reading. So it's kind of cool that you both showed up in your own reading, but I'm feeling that there's a balance in here, a balance in the masculine and feminine energies, because the last card that popped out was the 10 of, it's hazards, but it's actually pentacles. Okay. So that tells me that the King and Queen of Swords are married. So this is actually two people who are married, or want to be married, or want a happy family. Okay. And then we got the Devil card. The Devil card is about being trapped. Look, he's stuck in a machine. Looks like a cigarette machine. Cigarettes are a part of an addiction, because once you start, it's really hard to stop. Okay. But it represents any addiction. You are bound to some kind of an addiction, whether it's an addiction to something materialistic, as simple as being materialistic, or as bad as drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, any of them things that could actually take your life. Okay. So yes, but you're stuck in some, or you're bound. So I'm going to say, I'm not really sure where that energy comes from. We are going to definitely have to do some clarifications. But I also see too that the King and Queen of Swords are, yins are both listening to spirit. There's a possible second chance between you two. Maybe the second chance is going to bring a marriage, a child, possibly, an addition to the family, but it'll also bring a new beginning, creative beginning in here in the 3D. All right. With that being said, let's clarify the strategy in reverse. What does that, what is stalling? What is stalling? We got the Ten of Pentacles. So that's a pretty significant message, okay? That something is stuck. Like, the Ten of Pentacles energy. See, in the Zombie Tarot, it's depicted as a family. But in the Crystal Vision Tarot, it's just depicted as a feminine sitting in a tree with everything she needs as far as money, spirit, being grounded, basically having everything she needs. Maybe not everything she wants, but everything she needs is provided for her. That's basically what this card, it's a family value. It's same thing. Okay. So that, sorry about that. That was my phone. My granddaughter has chicken pox, so I'm talking to my daughter. All right. So in the strategy in reverse, one of the messages was about a delay in plans, I believe. It's a stall in progress due to lack of planning. So that's what's stalled. Is maybe somebody wants to come forward and ask you to move in with them, or maybe somebody wants to ask you to marry him, or maybe the family thing is stalled, because in the other card, in this card, it's depicted with a family. So maybe the family thing is stalled. Starting a family, rather. All right, so let's pick another clarifying card with that. The Four of Swords. So yeah, because you're still thinking about it. That's why, because you got the Four of Swords. And that's what that means. You're meditating, you're thinking about it, you're praying about it. But that's what the stall is, Aquarius. Somebody may want to start a family and, you know, you're not sure if you want to and you're kind of stalling it. Or maybe there's going to be a new addition to the family. Okay. All right, so let's clarify the Sun card, please, which is a new addition to the family. Blessings. All right, so this is the Nine of Swords, but it was in reverse. I'm not going to lie, and I don't know why, but I feel the need to read it that way. So Spirit is telling you that you have stopped the unfounded fear. You're not afraid no more. And you're turning them restless nights into intentions and dreams that you want to happen. Like, you're getting rid of the negativity, you're getting rid of the unfounded fear, you're getting rid of the unnecessary worry, because you know abundance flows. Sorry about that. Let me get a drink of water. All right. Can we get another clarifier on that? Five of Swords. But it's in reverse. And I'm going to keep it that way. Spirit is telling me to. Okay, so if it's upright, it's about being stabbed in the back and you know it, and just walking away from your highest good. The Five of Swords says that you've already walked away and moved on. There's no just walking away with the still swords in your back. You've already taken the swords out and you've walked on. It's showing in the Nine of Swords in reverse, that you're not worried about it anymore. You put all that behind you. All right. So let's clarify the Angel of Balance. The High Priestess. So yes, the High Priestess, again, this is a significant message for somebody because it showed up twice, so it's a pretty significant message in this reading. So that's twice we've had the 10 of Pentacles, and twice we've had the High Priestess. So that tells me that you're being intuitively guided for, because look at this. Okay, this is the zombie trait. This looks like she's sitting on top of a skull. She's doing her ritual. Okay. And then this one over here looks like she's calling in her angels. Okay. She's calling in spirit to tell her a secret through her intuition, through her third eye. To me, that's what it looks like. Okay, with this showing up the way it is. High Priestess and High Priestess. Like your ancestors, so to speak. And you are, because the next card's the Judgment. All right. So I'm just going to leave that there. Okay. So to me, you are definitely calling this angel in. Look at this. Sitting on the skull, doing a ritual underneath the moonlight, calling in your angels and channeling the information that they want you to know. This is around the end of the month energy. But this High Priestess popped out first. So basically this tells me that you are intuitively going to be guided on how to release that stall, or something's going to release that stall. The angels are. They're going to be the ones to help release that stall. Aquarius. All right, let's pull another one on the Angel of Balance. Knight of Swords. Okay, well, yes, and what's gonna happen is they're gonna move things right along. They're gonna move things right along to help you release that feeling of being stuck or bound to something. Bound to earthly things, materialism, instead of being spiritual. This fella's coming in to bring you a message about it. Definitely through your intuition. We have two High Priestesses and we have the Angel of Balance. So definitely some kind of intuitive message, or some kind of movement is, I don't know why I said message. I guess because of the High Priestess. But there's going to bring, that message is going to bring some kind of spiritual movement, I feel. Okay? Because look, we got the wings again with the moon in the background. And of course, we got the ravens or crows flying. Some people call them ravens, but I'm going to call them crows because it's a crow's call, who's bringing the message in through spirit, because that's what them birds do. They bring you spiritual messages. So some spiritual messages is going to cause this movement, this swift movement. And it's a pretty, like, you are definitely trying to channel it too. You're basically tapping into that intuitive energy, which is going to cause movement. Spirit's going to bring you that message, that balance that you need to bring in the movement. All right. So we're just going to stick them there. All right. So let's clarify the High Priestess, please. What is it that they are intuitively going to find out that's going to bring this swift movement. Something that you have already planted. Some intention that you have already planted. So a plan that you have made that was stalled, that you've been thinking about and hoping for, is going to bring harvest, because that's what she's doing. She's patiently sitting there planning her future, setting them seeds of intention for her future by doing a ritual, by staying faithful to that ritual, by listening to her intuition on being how to be patient and to wait. And she's in a purple dress too. I just spotted that. A purple dress. That's all about your third eye chakra. Okay? Third eye or crown chakra. Okay, so definitely very intuitive she is. Okay, so let's pick another clarifier. Yep. Being patient, on pause, looking at things from a different perspective while she's waiting for the abundance. She's, definitely on pause and listening to her intuition. This is an enlightenment card, and I'm seeing the purple around it again that matches this this feminine's dress. See the purple? So he's definitely gaining some enlightenment while he's on pause. Even though the plan is stalled right at the moment, there's a reason for it, because somebody needs to go inside and listen to their intuition, because there's some kind of message concerning the next step or the direction that you're supposed to take. Okay, so basically this tells me that Spirit has another plan for you. If the plan you tried to make is not going forward, that's because Spirit has another plan for you. There's another direction, and they're trying to tell you to follow your intuition. Call your angels in, and I see that you do. You call them in and ask which direction that you should take, because the next card is the Judgment card. That's where they're coming down and telling you, hey, you're getting a second chance at this. This is the direction you should go in. You are now, forgiven, and you have a second chance to make it right. Okay, so let's clarify that. That's just what came forth. That was pretty clear. All right. So what are you going to get a second chance at? Oh, I would definitely say the birth of a baby, because now we got the Three of Cups, okay? And remember I said that here's the happy family, and in the Ten of Pentacles over here, there's only one. And there's just one. Like, she wants that baby. She wants that happy family. Well, this looks like that you might be getting news that somebody's going to have a baby. Okay, because that's what the Three of Cups is about. It's some kind of news of a celebration, news of a birth, news of a wedding. Possibly somebody's going to be getting married. Maybe that's what the news is. Maybe she's going to be getting married and having that happy family. And maybe babies are in the future. Looks to me like these three are celebrating, and it's maybe celebrating her engagement, possibly, or having a wedding shower. But there's some kind of needs to be celebrated. And another thing that's sticking out, Aquarius, is the moon. The moon is sticking out on the Three of Cups. Okay. So you are definitely going to get a second chance, possibly at marriage. Or maybe you're going to have another baby. Or maybe you're going to get news that you are pregnant. All right. So let's clarify that again. Okay, so this is the death card. This doesn't actually mean that there's going to be a death. But what this card means is something is going to completely end and something new is going to be reborn. So, with the Three of Cups, there could very well be an ending to being stuck, an ending to an addiction, ending of being stuck and bound in a situation, to being reborn, or some kind of new beginning is what I'm trying to spit out. Being reborn in like a transformation kind of thing. Because this all landed on judgment. The angels are coming in. They are definitely going to put an ending to something. They have to put an ending to something. That's why your plan got stopped, because they want you to go a different direction. That's why you got the death card. That's why the plan that you made did not work. Because they have a better plan for you. Okay, so Ace of Wands. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands. Okay, we got the Five of Pentacles. But it was in reverse. They wanted me to tell you that. I said I wasn't going to read any reversals, but apparently Spirit's like, yes, you are. Okay. So we're going to do another clarifier for the Ace of Wands. The Six of Pentacles. Okay, and I am going to flip that one around. Okay. So this is verifying the Ace of Wands, or clarifying rather. Okay, so the Ace of Wands is about a new creative beginning, a new fiery, passionate, spiritual, possibly creativity. Maybe you found out you got a new ability, or maybe you want to come up with you have a new spiritual business you're trying to create, or maybe you're, whatever your scenario is, Aquarius, something new is being created here. Okay, so for something new to be created, something has to end. So this is the Five of Pentacles energy. Now when it's right side up, it's that feeling of being left out in the cold. Okay, it's that feeling. I see how the mother and the kids sitting underneath the tree in the snow. You literally feel like you've been left out in a cold, or maybe you have been left out in a cold, but it's in reverse. So this tells me that you are not feeling that left out in the cold energy no more, because you know what? Because you found some balance in your life. You found some balance in your, by becoming grounded. You found some balance in your spiritual life. You found balance in both lives. You found some balance in your spiritual life as well as your physical life. You come up with the new creative way to find balance in your life by letting go of this feeling of being left out in the cold or not wanted. Okay, so that's what Spirit is trying to tell you. That's what that message is. Okay. All right, so we're going to clarify the Queen of Swords. Okay, so we got the Seven of Wands energy. So the Queen of Swords, she's the kind of person who, she's blunt. She's truthful. She does not lie. And she doesn't really care if she hurts your feelings, okay? So we got the Seven of Wands energy. And this is the feeling of having to defend yourself against something. So to me, this Queen of Swords Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is for you, Aquarius. This reading, the feminine energy, or the feminine that could be watching this video, or maybe the feminine that you're watching this video for, or you have this feeling that you have to defend yourself for some reason, possibly against your King of Swords, because you guys landed beside each other. And what I find funny is, look at this. It looks like she got that gun aiming right at her masculine, like she would shoot him in a heartbeat. She's like, come on, mess with me. I will freaking shoot you. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And she pulled this card, or this is the card that verified her. She feels she has to defend herself, possibly against her king. Okay, so let's clarify that again. The Two of Pentacles. Okay, so what this queen is going to do, she's multitasking something, or she is finding balance in that feeling of having to defend herself. So basically, the king goes over and takes the gun off of her, because he's got 2 guns now. And she finds that balance in how to communicate without being so defensive. All right, so the King of Swords. So that's what's putting this marriage, that's what's going on. That's what's being stalled. That's why you haven't reached the abundance level. You're not going to reach it till probably around the middle of October, because somebody needs to find some balance. And we got the angel of balance up here in how to express themselves. They have to go within, listen to spirit on how to do this. Okay. And in that, when you do that, you're going to get a second chance like you're going to be reborn. There's a rebirth coming in your marriage, possibly. Yeah, there's going to be some kind of rebirth in your relationship, so to speak, because there's going to be a balance. This Queen of Swords energy, she is pretty blunt, but she can be very cutting with her words, very unemotional at times. She doesn't really care, though. She is pretty blunt. She does tell the truth. And sometimes that can be like a sword, or come across as being defensive. Okay, so I see that the Queen of Swords is definitely going to find some kind of balance in how to communicate with somebody, which in turn will help your family life, will help your marriage. And you're intuitively going to channel this news, this rebirth, okay? And you're definitely going to be finding some balance in how to create this balance in your communication, so to speak. Okay, so the King of Swords, we need to, the King of Swords. So this is the Chariot card. Spirit's telling me to reverse it, because that's the way that it came out. So movement is frozen. And the reason why it's frozen is, if you look on the card, you got a white horse and a black horse, because there needs to be balance in this relationship. So that's what the King of Swords is telling the Queen of Swords. You need to find balance before we can move forward into this marriage, into this commitment. Okay, so we're going to pull another clarity card. Okay, the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is the feeling of a missed opportunity. Like you have 3 cups in front of you, and the universe is handing you a 4th cup, But because you're upset because your plan didn't go the way you wanted it, you stopped, you froze it. You froze the movement because you feel that you missed the opportunity because of somebody else's defensiveness. Aquarius. All right. So let's clarify the 10 of hazards. What's up with the 10 of hazards? The Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles could be your angels, again, being around you, because if you look, it looks like he's coming out of the white light. So to me, that could be an angel as well. It's also representative of, this is the Knight of Pentacles, so very slow moving energy, very, very slow moving energy, because the page is just thinking about, just like planning this movement, okay, not yet in motion, but planning it. And the Knight is about the movement, and this is a pentacles, so it's very slow moving energy. So what this tells me is divine timing will happen, but it's not going to be on your time, is what I'm feeling, because we do have the lotus flower here. It looks like he's coming out of the white light. It's like there's some kind of movement coming, but it's very slow moving energy into this because somebody froze it. And because somebody needs to find balance in how they communicate or how they try to get things expressed. All right, so let's pick another card for the 10 of hazards. Okay, so I got the 8 of swords, and it's in reverse, and we're going to leave this card in reverse because Spirit is telling me to. So on the 10 of hazards, we got the Knight of hazards, and we got the 8 of swords. So this tells me the 8 of swords is about, if it's the other way, it's the feeling of being trapped, but it's all in your head. It's just a feeling. You are not actually trapped. If you got out of your thoughts and started thinking positive, you can actually break free of this negative thought pattern and make that movement. Well, in the reverse, you did break out of that pattern. You are going to break out of this negative pattern of feeling trapped in a situation. And there's going to be movement, but it's going to be a slow progress because somebody is stuck in movement. So there is little movement, but very little. So there's very little movement of this ending. There's very little movement towards this thought of being, the ending of being trapped, that ending of the feeling of being trapped. There's very little movement. But once they do get there, there's going to be a happy family. There's going to be a happy marriage because you're going to step in and call upon all of your angels, and there's a lot of them here. I mean, here's another one. Here's another one. I mean, there would be a couple on this one if it was of the other tarot. But do you see what I mean? There's a whole bunch of angels. You're calling them all in to help you bring this transformation, this rebirth, on how to communicate, how to get rid of this sadness that's causing the pause. So the last card we are going to clarify is the Devil. So let's clarify the Devil before we move on to the Halloween Oracle cards. Okay, so the Devil card, and I'm going to turn it upright. I did pick it in reverse, but they told me to turn it upright. It's about a sneaky, shady, lying, conniving, manipulative energy. So there you go with the Devil card. It's clarifying the Devil card. So maybe an addiction's causing this energy. And that's why you need to find this balance. Maybe that's why the plan that you were trying to go for did not work. because you were doing it for all the wrong reasons. You were being sneaky about it. You were being shady about it. So the universe is like, nope, not working. All right, so let's pick another clarifier. The Queen of Cups. Well, they told me she showed up in reverse. And they told me to leave her that way because we are clarifying the devil. So the Queen of Cups is a definite feminine on here. Okay. So maybe that this, and the Queen of Cups is also Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this tells me that you are stuck in making a decision when it comes to marriage because your Queen of Cups was sneaky, shady, possibly had infidelity. And that's the reason why you put the halt on the marriage and the family. Yes. But these cards tell me that you will come to terms with it. You will move on from it. You will gain spiritual abundance from it, spiritual knowledge. You will learn how to call in your angels because you're surrounded by them. You will learn how to balance your emotions and with your spiritual side and your emotional side as well. But the harshness of the words, and it's not gonna bring movement. Forgiving and walking away from things that no longer serve you will bring the transformation, will bring a rebirth. Listen to your intuition, Pisces or Aquarius. Sorry, I don't know why I said Pisces. But there might be a message for you guys over there when I get the video done. All right, so next we're going to move on to the Halloween Oracle cards and see what Spirit has to add to this reading. This tells me with the Queen of Cups showing up in reverse that this your Queen of Swords, there's a reason why she was defensive. Maybe she was leading some kind of a double life too. She was trying to balance them both out. But the reason why she was in defensive mode is because of her own selfish shadiness. The way she was sneaking around trying to cure her own addiction. And when they're like that, they're not very nurturing. They're more of a drama queen than they are nurturing. All right, so with that said, let's Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October. Additional spiritual messages. Okay. So what additional spiritual messages do you have, angels, guides, for the star sign of Aquarius for the month of October? Oh, here we go with the Death card again. So we got the Death card twice, okay? But in this Death card, you can see it's the metamorphosis of a moth, which represents that metamorphosis, that transition, that what's the word I'm looking for? But the Death card, transformation rather. Because look, you got the skull in the background too. There's some kind of a spiritual transformation coming for you guys. It says the eternal cycle begins here. So yes, Aquarians, there is some kind of, it's a specific message concerning a marriage or a possible marriage. There is some kind of spiritual transformation coming. A new cycle. All right, so let's get another spiritual or another message. Graveyard, unnecessary fear. See, now I got that back here with that Nine of Swords energy. Remember, but you are letting it go. The unnecessary fear and worry. Okay? So you're definitely letting it go, I would say. Yeah, because it says rest in peace. RIP. Rest in peace, unnecessary fear. By having that transformation, starting over with a new cycle. Another message. The vow. So the future. So yes, Samhain is coming, and the closer it comes, the more the veil lifts, and the more, if you have any abilities, the more you're gonna see. But it's also about the future too. So once you go through this death process and transform the way you feel and the way you talk and the way that you think, you will release, rest in peace, unnecessary fear. You will release it, and the future will become clear, is what I'm getting. All right, one more card. Last card for the star sign of Aquarius. Risk and reward. Okay, so this is called the apple. Well, apples are supposed to be like the tree of knowledge. Okay, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So the risk and reward. So this tells me that the future, if you take the risk, there'll be a reward. If you take the risk to take a bite out of that fruit of knowledge, you will be very rewarded. But that fruit of knowledge is by transforming and releasing this fear and just walking towards the future. Take that risk, even though the future isn't quite clear yet. Still take that risk. You will be rewarded. You will also learn through calling in your angels and your guides. You will find the clarity that you seek to know how to release this fear, this negativity, this whatever is keeping you stalled, this fear. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good message. Put that over there. All right, so we're going to move on to some love messages. Everybody wants to know about love. All right, so these are the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Oracle cards. We're going to use these as clarifiers. All right, so Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, there's a couple missing. And Venus. All right. I'll spread these out. And these are the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. We're going to shuffle these. Star sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October. The star sign of Aquarius for the month of October. What is it, Spirit, what messages do you want to bring forth for the star sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October? They're telling me we're going to pull 4 cards, 3 clarifiers each. Okay. Star sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. All right. So the first message for the star sign of Aquarius about love. Okay. Again, we got find balance. So that this card is the same as the 2 of Pentacles in traditional tarot. Remember, I said you need to find balance in how you communicate. Find balance in that defensiveness. So that is a definite spiritual message when it comes to love. It's a repeat message. Clarify that, please. The answer is no. Ascending. Dark night of the soul. So what this tells me is whoever you're inquiring about is not ascending. They are not ascending because they're going through the dark night of the soul and they have to find their own balance. That's why they're being defensive. That's why they are feeling the need to have to come across as so defensive, because they're going through the dark night of the soul. They're not ascending yet. They're still going through this, okay? So Aquarians, and whoever you're watching this video for, the first message is they're finding balance. They haven't ascended totally yet. They may be ascending a little bit, like starting to realize it and realizing that they need to find that balance. And I think it's kind of cool. At the end of the month, we got the Angel of Balance, which tells me by the end of October, you will be finding this balance that's required to start your ascension, blah, 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 process. But before you do this, you have to go through this dark night of the soul and find inner balance. You need to find that balance within your inner self and your physical self. You have to find that balance before you can do this. And you will. That's the good thing. Okay. So the second spiritual message about love. Talk about love. Okay, this is the Lover's card. And it's all about love. That's the key word on it. And I just said that. So, and if you look, it's a green. It looks like a heart-shaped plant. She's in a blue dress. He's in tan and brown. Blue is about communication. He also got a purple cape. So he's very intuitive. They possibly have a higher self-communication. But they are grounded. I'm seeing, and they love. The green is the heart chakra. All right, so what messages are we bringing forth to clarify the Lover's card, please? Barrier. Communication. Nostalgic. Okay. So the first message is no, you're not ascending. The person you're watching this video for is not ascending because they're finding balance in their dark night of the soul. Okay. So the second message is the love card. This could be a soulmate connection. It could be a lover in general. It could be a twin flame. It could be somebody from a past life. There's many options out there. It could just be a karmic partner. Okay. So what is stopping this is there's a barrier there. There's a barrier there because there is no balance, and there's no balance in the communication. So the barrier is the communication between you two, and how you guys used to communicate to one another. You used to communicate love. Absolutely, you did. But now it's a barrier. It's a barrier how to communicate this. Remember, I said she's got that blue dress on. It represents communication. And look, the communication card pops out. So yes, that is a barrier. Communication is a barrier whenever you remember how you guys used to communicate to one another. Maybe you guys were more loving in you know what I mean, before, and you're remembering how that you used to talk loving to one another, but now the communication is a barrier because somebody communicates with defensiveness. That's why. All right, so another love message: win or lose. Okay, so this is the Five of Swords energy. So this is the second time you've had that. Oh, caught my finger on fire. The Five of Swords energy. It showed up earlier, okay, in the tarot cards. So this is a significant message. And the key words on it are win or lose. Okay, so to me, it looks like win or lose. The sword is in your back. It's time to move on from it. Let the past go. Walk away from things that no longer serve you, because you don't know what the future holds. You've just got to listen to your intuition. So let's clarify that, please. Win or lose card. Fresh start. Fall. That could be a significant time frame. We are in the fall today. And understanding. Okay. So what this tells me, win or lose, you're going to walk away from the things that no longer serve you because you want a fresh start. You definitely want a fresh start. And this fall could represent harvest time. So you definitely want to harvest something. And you understand that this is a risk. Win or lose, you have to walk away from the things that no longer serve you. You need to find balance. You need to find balance in your heart chakra. Break them barriers of communication. Remember the way you used to feel, because that will bring you balance, and you'll be able to understand what direction spirit's trying to take you. So if like I said, if that plan just doesn't seem to want to go through, spirit has another direction for you. That's basically what these cards are telling you, even as far as love. All right, so one more love message, please, for the star sign of Aquarius. All right, so we have this card as the control card. It's a number 8. So basically, spirit is telling you, and this is a number 8, which is all about the cosmic forces, cosmic change. So this tells me that you are going to gain control over finding balance within your spiritual and your life in general. You're going to be able to find that balance in that life. You're going to take control of it. You're going to find the balance that's needed to be able to walk both paths, to be able to provide for your family as well as walk the spiritual path. Okay, so we're going to clarify that. Clarify control, please. Lessons. Free will. Third party. Okay, so what this tells me is you're going to take back control of your life. You're going to take back control of everything in your life, your spiritual side, your family, and because you got the free will to do so. Okay, you learned the lesson about the third party situation. You learned that lesson, and now you got the free will to take back control of your life, of your spiritual side. Take back control of your thoughts, your emotions, finding balance within yourself, and understanding that, you know, the dark night of the soul, you have to go through it before you can ascend. But you understand that you do have free will. The lesson was learned for the third party situation, and now you're going to take back control of your life. All right, Aquarius. This is a general reading. I hope it resonated with somebody. Please feel free to leave a comment if it does. This is not for any particular person, but if it resonated, that's cool. If you would like a more personal reading, you can contact me at aquariuscall@gmail.com, or hit one of the links at the top of my, or the lower right hand corner of my YouTube channel, and one will take you to my Facebook page, which you can contact me there, and the other one takes you to my PayPal link, which is where all donations go to, whether it's a donation for a reading or an energy donation. It does not matter. But anyways, so that's where the donations go to. So I just want to tell you thank you for watching. I love you, and blessed be from the Crow's Priestess.